March finest, instrumentals is back. You better get some nuts, cause we will take you to the underground.
Yeah, I did it, yeah, you know I did it. Who ain't getting with it? Be the one I hit. I gotta do my do, I gotta keep it true. I gotta make a move and I'm a Jew pursuer and it's on. No, I ain't quitting. Up in the morning, my mind be on spitting. This thing an addiction, this thing that I've written be hitting, it's hitting. I think I get rid of my gun. How you wanna when I come? Come correct, I gotta take mine. You on my spot, I'ma take that right now. Murder, pen a hollow hurt. I got a ton of burger beef from such a server. This is drama. You don't want no part of, cause I go retarded. Rip apart, I punch, I won't you slow down. Never ever had I so sever. Yeah, teeny, any no better than I ever wanna see. Shredder, rat, nigga. Take it however, ain't nobody better. We up in the places, whatever, wherever. For cheese and no cheddar, I'm still gonna get her. And not even water could get them all wetter the raw. Doggy the God, got him in ya. Authority, y'all. Mighty in y'all. Nobody y'all. Fighting like bull. When will he stop firing?
How many licks do we take to keep thinking when you about to break? When you real but surrounded by fakes, type of time they consider the grades.
You in the bubble where ain't no escaping the moon red or bloody the night of the day, and I still will appeal to the real and they say it, so I'ma be good till the grave where I'm laying. Cause you ain't playing, I'm heavy, I'm weighing. Who said I ain't dope? They relate.
Hey, and I'm back once again. It's the Uncle, and welcome to another episode of TUBARS, the Uncle Freestyle Review Show. And listen, come on, y'all. The highly anticipated, the highly talked about, I mean, all up and down my timeline, this joint was just going crazy. And I'm talking about the new Tribe Called Quest album. I mean, like I said on my last review, I just couldn't wait for this to come out. We got it from here. Thank you for your service. I definitely got to tell y'all my thoughts on that. And I'm going to tell you this, man. Slaughterhouse has just been putting out some great albums. And I'm talking about individually Slaughterhouse. So this past week also, the boy King Crooked Eye, 1-4 for the Slaughterhouse team, decided to drop. Actually, he gave in the past few weeks, he gave out 2 bodies of work. He had a little 6-song EP called Valley of Kings, which I got some enjoyment out of. And the highly controversial Good versus Evil, y'all. I'm telling you, this is a full-length LP. If you can get your hands on the deluxe version, I definitely would. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about that. It got a lot of tracks, so I want to get into Tribe Called Quest. I'm going to talk a little bit about Good versus Evil by Crooked. But you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell y'all also what I was able to grab this past week. And some good stuff came out. It's a young lady, Ari Lennox, and she has a nice album called Foe. She's from the DC area. She kind of had a little reminiscence of like Erykah Badu. She has a nice sound. You definitely, if you're looking for some good R&B music, you might want to grab that. Tanash also, the LA representative, or the California representative. She brought out Night Ride. She got some good stuff on there. I will say her LPs haven't held up as good as I thought they would, because I used to love her mixtapes in the past. Before she got, really known, she was really putting out some really, really good music. But she has a nice song toward the back end of this album called Touch Pass, and it's a very, very good song, fellas. You definitely want to grab that, check that out. And also Amelie Sande. She's from overseas. And she was gone for a little while. She had a beautiful album like a little over 4 years ago. She went through a lot of ups and downs. So she's back with Long Live the Angels. And I'm telling you, she touches on a lot of aspects on this particular album. She got a nice collabo with my man Jay Electronica on there. So you definitely want to grab that. And also, my man who used to run around with G-Unit back in the day. And I'm talking about the bull who been around for so many years, been giving out great, well, I would say, I could say great R&B music. And I'm talking about my man Joe. My man Joe brought out hashtag, my name is Joe Thomas. And if you're looking for some classic R&B music, this guy's voice, it still sounds good. It's not like he's you know, falling off too much. A lot of times when these guys get a little older, their sound tends to go away. But this guy is still putting out quality R&B, y'all. So you definitely want to grab that. And I kind of ventured off. I found out about this group, a group called Temple of Tomorrow, and their sound is like an electronic sound with like R&B, a little bit of neo soul in there. It's a nice alternative group. The album actually came out last year. I'm a little late. I stumbled across it after I met one of the group members, and he put me onto it, and I can tell you I got some enjoyment out of it. It's a nice track on this album called Blue that I really enjoy. It features this MC by the name of Kane Death Star, and I'm gonna tell you, you definitely want to pick this up if you're looking for something slightly different but good music. You know what I mean? Different than the norm, but still good music. It's called Temple of Tomorrow. And then we got the Canada representative is back, and I'm talking about Belly. He's been releasing a lot of music here lately. He has in Zombie, and I'm gonna tell you, this album or mixtape or whatever, it's not as good as his previous albums. Just for the simple fact that you know, I'm not a big Future fan. He has Young Thug on there too, so a couple of the tracks I could do without, but he still got some good music on here, y'all, and he has some good music, so don't sleep on Belly. The Texas representative, my man Zero, I mean, legendary. He's definitely letting you know why he's considered to be legendary, so you definitely want to grab that. ASAP Mob came out with the cozy tapes, you know, nice cover art, you know, a nice homage to ASAP Yams. They cover a lot of different styles on here, y'all. So you definitely might want to grab that. You know, they got this cozy little style that they're trying to, like, you know, give to the world. Nipsey Hussle, man. I mean, famous lines and unpopular truths, y'all. This boy Nipsey is just a 5-song EP, but the way he begins it, he got this track with Rick Ross called "Mark My Words," and I'm telling y'all, it's West Coast, and Rick Ross still finds a way to fit in and be good on tracks that he's featured on. So you definitely want to grab that. And you know what? I definitely got to tell y'all about what I thought about King Crooked. So that's what I'm going to get into in just a few moments. Stay tuned. Peep this dope video, y'all.
Squabbles. Look, scoffing at rappers talking this and that, I'm back to conquer. I'm catastrophic, the rappers babbling that they holler. Not your average type of mastermind, I'm an avid author. But if it's whack at all, I'm not that involved like an absent father. I can demoralize your status quo, intangible, most mechanical. Rhymes flammable, never match the flow, meaning I'm next to blow, so F a skeptic. My penmanship resembles Genesis, awkward testament if it's legible. If I'm the enemy, let it be known I got the remedy. Flow is heavenly, any rapper you better be dead or ahead of me. The bars is heavily detrimental to a hopeless opponent. Every word that I spoke will make it hard to cope with the chosen. I chose to mutilate you, brutalize and excruciate you. Anything to make sure you show no signs of a true elation. Cause when they witness someone who's trying to do something greater, they never seem to support until the labels correlate you. This instrumental captures me. When I witness that of a masterpiece, I gotta snatch it, rap, and then attack the beat. My habits hold me captive, I'm a victim to haphazardous disasters. And I know I got no time for moving backwards. I've yet to become the man I could be. Life is an expectation, I'm wondering if it should be. I guess I'll never understand the master's plan until I understand I'm not a rookie. I'm overzealous, rebellious to those who overlook me. I've been appointed proper, dormant topics, torment pockets, forfeit optics for the profit. Corporate stock is sure to profit. You can't abort the grind and fortify your source of lies to mortify the mortal and the sort of side of morbid logic. I beat the beat up like when Ike was angry, came to my senses in hard ass like Jamal Charles when the Vikings chased me. It's mad squabbles, the tracks live, but the bars blazing. The hottest period, a large statement. For the haters, my bars will land in Gracia. And when I see you, I'll be sure to have all of my fans taste ya. No man's greater, mad savior, the man's major. It's funny, as soon as a nigga declared, all my friends changed up. No second guessing or thinking lesser, I'm under pressure. pressure? What's the pressure? I'm spilling my stresses out through my weapons. They wanna know the meaning of a journey divine. I tell them focus, leave your worries behind. It's all a part of the rise. Mad squabbles.
Hey, and I'm back once again. It's the uncle. Welcome to the second segment of freaking TUBARS, okay? And listen, Slaughterhouse, you know, they're one of the great, I guess you could call it, what they say in the NBA, like the super teams, you know what I mean? So they would be considered a super team in hip-hop. I mean, you got Joe Buttons, you got Joel Ortiz, and of course you have the great Royce the 5'9", and in the past years, you know, I could tell you they've kind of, you know, I would always rate who was the best, you know what I mean? At the beginning when they first came out, of course, Royce the 5'9", you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, I had Joel Ortiz, and then I had Crooked Eye, and of course Joe Button, not taking anything away from him, but out of the four, you know, he was not bad, but, you know, the least of the four, if I could say that, you know what I mean, in all due respect. But in the past couple of years, they've been bringing out some solid solo albums. You know, Crooked Eye it just continues to amaze. I mean, Joe Button came out, you know, a couple weeks ago. Joel Ortiz, I could tell you, his LPs have been a little disappointing to me, but he's still a great MC, you know what I mean? But his LPs have been disappointing. But they're still bringing out some of the best music in hip-hop today. And that still continues with my man Crooked Eye, as he just brought out, first off, he gave us a 6-song EP called Valley of Kings. And I'm going to tell you, you definitely don't want to miss out on it. It was just a little teaser, you know what I mean, to get us perked and ready for the controversial full-length LP. If you could get your hands on the deluxe edition, I'm telling you, you need every track, all 20 of these tracks. And this is good versus evil. Excuse me, good versus evil. And this album, I'm not gonna go track to track just for the simple fact I really want to talk about Tribe, but this still has to be talked about. This covers everything. I mean, everything in the black community, everything that we've been faced with in the past few years, even everything that we've been faced with, just you know, in general, in regards to just, you know, all of the pain and the police brutality, the injustices that we've all been faced with, and whatever spectrum or whatever you could think of in regards to Satan's influence on man and the battles that we have to face trying to get away from this, you know, the good versus the evil, just trying to fight this. It's just so good, y'all. All right, please don't miss out on this album. The production is good. You know, he got some really great tracks on here. RoboCop went pop. It's just such a great track. You know, the Puppet Master featuring the RZA. I mean, I just don't know how much you could, you know. It's just a political album. If you're looking for some revolutionary political music, you know, strong black music, you know, reminiscence of, I'm not saying that it sounds like Public Enemy, but just that whole aura and everything that we're going through right now, you definitely don't want to miss out on this album. I don't want to take nothing away. We got, I love this bonus track, A Letter to Whoever's Next, and it's basically just like a warning to people that, you know, like myself, who maybe just starting a YouTube channel, you trying to blow, you got these different things going on, and, you know, you might be a minute away from actually taking off, you know, taking the world by storm, but then people start to, like, you know, they start to connive and scheme against you just because they see that you're about to blow, and he just gives you a warning to look out for the dangers of that. Listen, man, 20 tracks. I don't know what else I could say. I could say a lot, but it would take me so long. Please don't miss out on Good versus Evil by my man Crooked Eye. It's definitely one of the better albums of 2016. I gotta hop into this Tribe, y'all. Thanks for just, bearing with me. Don't fuss at me for not breaking this down track by track. But I'm going to tell you, you definitely don't want to miss out on it. And I'll be back after these messages.
So, let me ask you a question right off the bat. What do you think your greatest strengths as a manager? Why don't I tell you what my greatest weaknesses are? I work too hard, I care too much, and sometimes I can be too invested in my job. Okay. And your strengths? Well, my weaknesses are actually strengths.
Boom, happy as ever. I levitate above the hate, negativity, never. Whenever I feel the type of way, remove myself from situations. Walking trains at any station without all the complications. Never settle for basic patience is one of my strengths. Dedicated to the times where life never made any sense. I'm back to the future, compliments to the past. I'm just growing and learning that most things won't last, but that's that. I relax and move on to another level. The trouble of keeping people together is so depressing. Less is more, no doubt. More will work without the loyalty and eye to eye. You're better off without, and that's facts, not opinion. Based on the way I'm living, and I was blessed with another day to carry out my mission. It's tough, but I'm with it. Thank God for my intuition. As long as my mind can think, I don't think I'll ever be quitting. It takes too many muscles to frown. Alright, turn that thing upside down. Turn that thing upside down. There's so much beauty just in the smile. Bet you haven't heard that in a while. Haven't heard that in a while. It takes too many muscles to frown. You should turn that thing upside down. Upside. Said there's so much beauty just in your smile. Alright, you try it out right now. Just you try it out. I said peace, love, and prosperity. Word to God, I feel amazing. Charity works. Filling my cup with good karma. Armored up by the best dishonor. My honor feel like I'm burning this sauna. My presence gifted. The farther I go, lifted. The weight is never too heavy. Gotta pray for strength to get through. My energies, you feeling me, I feel you, so don't move. I'm analyzing, I'm fantasizing about the unknown. I smile so much, they probably wondering what I'm on. Cause I take this journey day by day, hour by hour, sorting out my plans to master the ceremony, devour, straight take over. And when you feeling that you're lowest, know it ain't over. Somebody got it worse than you, so hold your head high and listen to the words I speak. Hey brother, pray. Listen up, I'm trying to strengthen the weak. Material minds lead to fallen soldiers. Do it for a purpose. Step in the line and don't get trampled over. And that's real.
Less fingers than the Vulcans did. No peace here, it's only love. No slugs to all the scrubs. We the music plug, and we the drug. Got you addicted to every word you listen to. We only kicked it for a few. This music thing is my view. You said you saw it in me, and I won't stop until my mama's cruising in the latest Bentley. My team is lamping with me, and I ain't checking for no lame doodle bucket, cause you never get to kick it with me. Wish you could understand me. I got the bigger picture, but you ain't on canvas with me. Our situation's iffy. You need to get a grip and understand that I ain't really about my music, miss. Now would you look at this? On the road with my fam out here making hits. I'm the man with the plan, everything's legit. Advertising the real every chance I get. Right. That's every chance I get.
It takes too many muscles to frown. Alright, turn that thing upside down. Turn that thing upside down. There's so much beauty just in the smile. Bet you haven't heard that in a while. Haven't heard that in a while. It takes too many muscles to frown. You should turn that thing upside down. Upside down. There's so much beauty just in your smile. Alright, you try it out right now. You try it out right now. Right now, check it out right now. Yo, check it out. Check it out right now. Yo, check it out right now. Right now. Yo, check it out. Try it out. Try it out right now. Yo, try it out. Alright. Try it out right now. Yo, try it out right now. Try it out right now. So try it out right now.
Hey, once again, I'm back. The third segment of TUBARS, and the most talked about album of the year, probably. I can't even think of in the past few months of anything that was more anticipated than this from true hip-hop heads that, probably came up in my era. I'm considered a frickin' dinosaur, which is cool. But in any case, when we heard that A Tribe Called Quest was coming out after we lost the great Fife, a pioneer in hip hop. I'm gonna tell you, I did a dedication show to Fife Dog, which I'm pissed off because a lot of y'all didn't even watch it. But in any case, hopefully you're watching this. And A Tribe Called Quest brought out this new album called You Got It From Here, thank you for your service. Now, it came out, I think they said Veterans Day or Memorial Day, or whatever the case may be. I don't celebrate none of these stupid holidays, but in any case, I think it was Veterans Day. So the rumor was that the title was chosen by Phife as saying, thank you to the war vets, you know what I mean, for their service. Now, in my opinion, that's not something that I truly believe. I would have to hear, Phife say that himself or Q-Tip or whatever, but it was something that I came across. In my belief, my opinion rather, or in a better, or it could have a double meaning, is that, Tip and Jarobi was thanking Phife for his service, you know what I mean, and basically letting them know that we got it from here, you know what I'm saying, we gonna keep this thing going on. I had to get it. It's going to be the last LP, from A Tribe Called Quest. Of course, one of the members is missing, and it was still good to see Jarobi back. I mean, Jarobi had disappeared for some years in the earlier Tribe years. He was gone, and it was one of them things that was real puzzling to me. But I watched the documentary that they had, Beats, Rhymes, and Life. It was so interesting, with Phife's struggles and everything that he went through. And to see that Jarobi was actually taking real good care of him, down in Atlanta. If I'm not mistaken, that's where Phife was living at. But in any case, they said Phife came up with the title, so, Q-Tip went with that. So I'm going to hop into the tracks, all right? And once again, this was refreshing for Uncle Brisk, just to know that these boys was going to give us something. We got the space program. And first, I wasn't expecting to hear a lot from Phife. I didn't know if they was going to dig these verses up, these old verses or whatever, but it was very, very good to hear Phife's voice. Very refreshing. And it just was great at the beginning. You know what I mean? This song is basically like a call out, to us, basically letting us know that we have to put up with whatever we face, you know what I mean, because we're stuck here, you know what I mean. That's one of the quotes that Q-Tip says. They let Phife kind of ride the track out toward the end, which I really, really enjoy. I enjoy the production, so it was a good way to start the album. I had just one issue with the beginning. It just ran a little bit too long on the end. And we get into We the People, once again, Q-Tip is talking, the prejudice that we face, with being anything but white, just all races, you know what I'm saying? And once again, Phife was good to hear. I can't say that his bars coincided really with what Q-Tip was talking about, but it was still good to hear Phife talk. Then we get into whatever will be, and Phife begins with these bars, talking, about talking to society about the perception of what they think he should be. Jarobi basically talks the same, social issues in the black community, or the social issues that black people face. So I could tell you the production a little bit on that track. I couldn't really get into the production fully, but it's still a good song. Then we get into, Style Evolved Sound, featuring Elton John. We have Busta Rhymes. It has that nice sample from Benny and the Jets. You know what I mean? The song is okay. Once again, the production is the issue that I had here. Don't think because it's Tribe Called Quest, y'all, I'm not going to be honest and give y'all my honest opinion. Not saying that it was bad, but it's just, the production wasn't what I enjoy. All right. Then we get into one of my favorite tracks, and probably my favorite track on the album, and I'm talking about This Generation Rules the Nation. And this track, musically is just so amazing. The Q-Tip basically is reassuring, real hip-hop listeners that in this generation there is still good music. He calls out, some of the great MCs that are around today, the young MCs. He called out Joey Bad, J. Cole, Earl Sweatshirt, Kendrick Lamar, basically saying that, our rap generation, the hip hop generation is safe as long as these MCs keep doing what they doing. So I really, really enjoyed that. The production is so dope on that particular track. Shout out, man. Shout out to Q-Tip for that. Then we get into, of course, one of the best MCs that's out, and you know, he kind of stays low key. You call him up, if he likes you, he's gonna come out. And I'm talking about Andre 3000, and he came and blessed this kid's track with Q-Tip. And you know, I love the concept, you know, where he's just a call out to the young bucks who think it's easy. You know what I mean? They think it's easy and they can make it on their own. You know, and then also it's a call out to the parents. You know what I'm saying? That you know, sympathizing with their children, fronting, you know, like they never did anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not putting themselves in their children's place. So I really, really enjoyed that track after I listened to it. At the beginning I was like, but then I went back, listened to it a couple times, enjoyed it. Then we got what Melatonin, and I mean, Melatonin is such a great song. It's probably my second favorite on here. And Melatonin, you know, that's something that I think the human body creates for rest. You can get it in like pill form. Your doctor can prescribe it for you if you're not, you know, getting any kind of rest. So Q-Tip talks, you know, his life and how he has to take these pills, you know, in order to get sleep from just being overwhelmed in regards to certain situations. You know, and not only that, also just different substance abuse, you know, and things that you have to do or take rather to get things done. So I really, really, I like that. He also talks his love for hip hop on this particular track. So I really, really enjoy Melatonin. One of the better tracks in my opinion on this album. Then we got Enough, and this song, you know, it's a nice smooth track. It talks to the time spent with your lover. You know, even though other things might occupy your time, you know what I mean? Q-Tip brags a little bit about his, you know, intimacy with women or whatever. So, you know, that track is good. Then we got Mobius, Consequence. You know, at the beginning he actually sounded like Prodigy when he spits, you know, a couple of these Prodigy bars, you know what I mean, Busta Rhymes on this track. I could tell you, if you ever listen to any of the old Busta Rhymes or the old Tribe Called Quest, or anything Busta was featured on back in the day, this is reminiscence of that, you know, with that, even your style, you know what I mean, all of that hypeness that Busta be doing, the rah-rah and all that, it's reminiscence of that. So shout out to Busta for keeping this thing, you know, true with that. We got Black Spasmodic. Not really a fan of the production on this particular track. What else can I say? It kind of sounded forced. You know what I mean? It sounded a little forced in my opinion. We got Killing Season featuring Talib Kweli and Kanye West, and also Consequence. It talks about, you know, the war vets coming home, basically to nothing. Jerobi spits some like, you know, injustices that go on to black folks and all of that. So, you know, a nice track in regards to just raising our awareness in regards to those types of things. We got Lost Somebody, and I was wondering if they were going to do this, give a dedication track to Fife, and that's exactly what this is. It took me a couple times to listen. I love it. I love the words. But I hate the production. You know what I'm saying? And so, once again, it's just one of them give or take things. What we got, Moving Backwards, featuring my main man, Anderson .Paak. A nice track that talks, you know, pushing forward even when folks want to see you fail. You know, it talks racism, police brutality, the want to fight back, but that might push you back. I know I'm going on, y'all. It's going a little long, but I really wanted to, you know, go through this. We got Conrad Tokyo featuring Kendrick Lamar. It talks the bad state of this country, you know what I mean? Lamar talks, you know, gang violence when he mentions the blue and the red shoestrings. You know, people try to equate that to the presidential elect. Nah, this boy is talking about what's going on in our communities. We got Ego, which is another one of my favorites. You know, goes through the things that just feed your ego. Sometimes it could be good, sometimes it could be bad. I really, really like that track, y'all. And a beautiful way to end the album. We all know Fife's real name, Vidano. You know, Buster pays homage to Fife on here. Fife comes, of course, with the bars that we've always loved. He was a great bragger. So he got his braggadocious bars on here. I'm gonna rate this. I'm gonna get off of your nerves. Nice homage to Fife at the end. I had a lot of issues with the production on here. Once again, it was great to hear Tribe Called Quest back again. I definitely, on an Uncle Brisk rating, I had to really go back and listen a couple of times. My cousin on this one, y'all. Peace. Thank y'all for watching, man. I know this was long, but thank y'all, man. TUBARS. I'm out.